Greetings, race fans and motorsports enthusiasts around the world. My name is Andrew Kim, and this is Retro Motor Vibes, where I highlight anniversary stories and break down motorsports events near and far. For today's audio episode, here is a full breakdown of the 2026 AdventHealth 400 at Kansas Speedway, a 1.5-mile trial intermediate speedway venue in Kansas City, Kansas, that was won by Tyler Reddick on Sunday, April 19th. Without further ado, let's break the event down. The event's starting lineup was determined through a single-car, single-round qualifying session that occurred on Saturday, April 18th. During the session, each of the 37 competitors entered to compete in the event cycled around Kansas once to post the fastest lap amongst one another, and the competitor who posted the fastest single-lap time was awarded the pole position. Following the qualifying session, Tyler Reddick secured his third NASCAR Cup Series pole position of the 2026 season and the 14th of his career, with a pole-winning lap at 185.300 miles per hour in 29.142 seconds. Joining Reddick on the front row was Denny Hamlin, the latter of whom posted his fastest single qualifying lap at 185.179 miles per hour in 29.161 seconds. Prior to the event, Joey Logano and Noah Gragson both were forced to start at the rear of the field due to unapproved adjustments that were made to their entries. The event's first stage period spanned through the event's first 80 laps and generated 4 lead changes as a total of 3 competitors led at least a lap. In this first stage period, there were no cautions that occurred. The competitor who led the most laps throughout this stage was Denny Hamlin at 74, and after having also led the first lap, Hamlin proceeded to win the first stage period. The event's second stage period spanned 78 laps from lap 88 to 165. Throughout this entire stage, there were 4 lead changes as 4 competitors led at least a lap, and like the first stage period, no cautions flew for any on-track causes. The competitor who led the most laps in this stage period was Kyle Larson at 73, and Larson proceeded to claim the stage victory. The event's third and final stage period spanned 102 laps from laps 173 to 274, with the event concluding beyond its 267-lap distance and went into overtime. This stage period generated 7 lead changes for 5 different leaders and a single caution that flew from laps 267 to 272. This was due to Cody Ware spinning in turn 4 while racing at the tail end of the field and mired 6 laps behind the leaders. Christopher Bell led the most laps during this final stage period at 47, and he was in prime position of contending for the victory during the 2-lap overtime shootout until a slight tap from Tyler Reddick sent Bell hitting the wall and dropping off the pace. Speaking of Reddick, he overcame late adversity to win the event. It all started when Reddick led for the first time with 9 laps remaining amid a late battle with Denny Hamlin. Then with 3 laps remaining, he hit the wall and lost the lead to Hamlin after he also reported that he was running out of fuel. But when Cody Ware's incident occurred and sent the event into overtime, Reddick redeemed himself by racing within the top 4 mark throughout the final two laps, and he overtook Kyle Larson on the final lap and final corner to achieve the improbable with another victory to the 2026 season. With the victory, Tyler Reddick achieved his 13th NASCAR Cup Series career victory in his 227th start. He also recorded the second victory of his career at Kansas Speedway, and he became the 4th competitor overall, but the first since Dale Earnhardt in 1987 to win 5 of the first 9 events in a schedule. Reddick also recorded the 5th victory of this season for 23XI Racing and the 7th for Toyota. Overall, the 2026 AdventHealth 400 at Kansas Speedway featured 17 lead changes for 7 different leaders and only 3 cautions for 20 laps. Here are the full race results of the 2026 AdventHealth 400, where only 19 of 37 starters finished on the lead lap. Next, here is the point standings following the 9th event of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season, where Tyler Reddick extended his points lead to triple digits, 105 over Denny Hamlin, following his Kansas victory. Tyler Reddick's Cup victory on Sunday capped off a triple-header weekend of racing at Kansas Speedway. Early on Saturday, Gio Ruggiero drove the number 18 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota entry to his second ARCA Menard Series victory of this season at Kansas. Then, on Saturday night, Taylor Gray, another Joe Gibbs Racing competitor, capitalized on a late pit strategic call to score his first NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series victory of this season. Looking ahead, the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series returns to action next Saturday, April 25th, at Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama for the Ag Pro 300. The event's broadcast time commences at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the CW Network, MRN Radio, and SiriusXM. The Cup Series also races at Talladega next Sunday, April 26th, for the Jack Links 500, with a starting broadcast time at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox, MRN, SiriusXM, and HBO Max. That's all for this episode. Have a great rest of your day, and see you on the next episode of Retro Motor Vibes.